guys, what's up? It's NihonTiger, and I'm actually here in Feed the Beast. Now, this isn't my normal Minecraft Let's Plays, but this is a series that I'm starting up that's kind of an occasional Let's Play, but mostly probably tutorial series about Feed the Beast, and I'm on the Unleashed pack. So, basically what I wanted to do with this was to give you guys an idea, for those of you who've never played Feed the Beast, how to play, how to get started out, some of the basics, some of the mods that I'm familiar with, which mostly will be Mistcraft, Thaumcraft, and Xeno's Reliquary. I'll probably dip into some of the other mods just as I need them, but I kind of like the Adventurers mod, so I'll probably do Twilight Forest stuff as well. We'll go adventuring in a Twilight Forest. But to start with, I thought we would at least begin with a few basic things to help you out. So, while I am doing this, my inventory is full of stuff because I don't have a lot of room. I need to make another chest, and I'll show you something really cool here. If you've never played Feed the Beast before, it is a mod packs for actually it's a launcher really now for Minecraft for mod packs. There's various forms of mod packs that you could do, and this is with biomes of plenty in it. So we're in a bog, and that's I think it's a fungi forest over there, and we have different forests. I am in a cherry blossom grove, is where I'm setting up my house, which I haven't really started to build yet. It's going to be a little Japanese style house in a cherry blossom grove, so very typical stuff. Like, yeah, now we're fungi forest. Okay, and then back to bog. So I just want to find a tree here and chop it down, because really all I need is a little bit of wood. Make a chest here for us, because we need one. Put all our crap in it, because there's a ton of stuff in this game to pick up, and I tend to pick up like all of it. You guys know me, I'm kind of compulsive with my collecting. I never know when I'm gonna need something, so it's like I better get that while I see it. Now, on the Unleashed pack, a little bit different than Ultra Hard Survival, which I've also played, and which I may be doing something separate on. Obviously the biggest difference is your health regens, and you don't have to worry about, permadeath in a world. But there are plenty of mods in Unleashed. In fact, like almost all the major mods that are in all the other packs, like Magicraft and the Minecraft pack, are in Unleashed. It's kind of like the big collection of all the mods ever. So I'll show you real quick here. I'm going from the bog into Cherry Blossom Grove, which is where my house is. So we have got ourselves quite a bit of oak wood here, and we're going to make a chest, but we're not going to make a chest in the way that you would normally make it. So I'll show you what I'm going to do. So this is kind of more if you've never played the game. I know some of you have played this and you're awfully familiar with it. So put down a chest here, and you'll see things pop up. Like you'll see like little symbols pop up next to it. That's for Thaumcraft 3. 4 is coming, and it changes everything completely. So I've watched Direwolf's videos on that from FTB Server, and everything's going to change with that. So this is fun. I'm going to go over all the Thaumcraft stuff right now, and in like 6 months it's going to completely change, and everything I say in this video is going to be like useless. But anyways, I'll still go over it for you, just in case you ever happen to come across Thaumcraft 3. But what we're going to do is we're going to take this ordinary chest and surround it with regular iron, and you get an iron chest. And what's different about the iron chest is it has more space in it. So you have inventory and chest settings here, so you can sort, auto refill, middle click, shortcuts, repair friendly refill, and you get all kinds of interesting things, like it'll sort them automatically for you, like that. Default sorting, so it goes back to the way I had it originally. And as you can see, you just put another chest down to it. Now they don't stack together as double chests, unfortunately, I think. But you can make individual chests. I want to see, barrels are in the game, right? Yeah, barrels also, eventually we'll get into making barrels for various items that we have a lot of. They're very good for storing massive amounts of a similar item. But for now, we can suffice with some iron. And oh, Tim wants to go. So Tib's on. I think Cecil's on as well. I have them in our mumble, but muted so that I can actually record, and you don't have to hear them. Not that they're bad people, but I just want to make sure that my voice doesn't get drowned out. Now, if you notice here, we have two different kinds of coppers. We have copper ingots of two different varieties, and we can actually exchange them so we get one kind of copper. I forget what the name of the item you need to do that is, but it's really easy to make. So I'm sure we'll make that next, and I think Mahayu has one as well, so we can go. Cecil and Tib are on. So this baby right here is an iron furnace, and an iron furnace is a regular furnace, and it's very important that you know how to build this because it gets used in a lot of various other things. Now, an iron furnace, just with shaped IC2 crafting, you can make it basically like the iron chest we just made, except without a chest in the middle. Or you can make it with 5 iron ingots, kind of shaped like a house, and then you have a furnace here, or like an upside down V. I say it's a house, but you have a furnace here on the bottom, and this is actually the cheaper, easier recipe to make because it doesn't require as much iron, so it's easier to make in the beginning of the game. But a furnace, an iron furnace, what that does is it offers up, I don't know if I can show it here, but it cooks things quicker and it's more efficient. So you know how with a regular furnace you can cook a stack of 8 things with 1 coal? With this you can cook a stack of 10 with 1 coal. So it's a little more efficient. It's about 20% more efficient than a regular furnace. And obviously you want to make these very quickly because you want to make sure that you can have your items ready to go. And I have 3 of them for various reasons. Now the furnace itself is actually used in another item, and plus it's also useful for something else that you will need right soon here. But it's also useful because you can use it to make a generator, which we'll make very soon here. So you have an iron furnace, 3 refined iron, and an RE battery go into making that. Or you could also conversely use a machine block furnace and RE battery to make a generator. And what generators will do is they'll store energy for you for your electric items, and it's very basic stuff at the beginning of the game. So if you have, we gotta eat. So if you just have coal and you just have things to burn that would normally provide energy, you can store it in a generator and use that generator to power various electric items. Very useful, very easy to do at the beginning of the game, and not too resource intensive. Now, this bad boy over here, this is a grindstone. So let me grab that real quick. Grindstone's not too hard to make either. You just have to find the materials for it. So grindstone is a wooden gear, 3 regular stone, 2 cobblestone, and then 3 quartz dusts, which you can pick up from mining quartz. Or also you can grind down other quartz into making quartz dust. The gear is really simple. It's just 4 sticks in a pattern like so, kind of 1 in each directional quadrant. And on its own, the grindstone kind of works like a macerator, but it's all hand powered. And you might notice that right now I can put, let's say, I can put, we'll just put the iron gravel ore in there, since that's just it's just another type of ore. It's a gravel ore, but it behaves pretty much the same as any type of ore. Now, if I want to do this, it's doing nothing for me. So, what I need to do is I need these sticks, and I'll put these sticks here in like an L-shaped pattern, like so, and you get a wooden crank, and the wooden crank goes on top, and then all you do with your grindstone, and notice it has 11, is you just tap it like that, and you'll see it animate. And you do need to keep clicking it. You don't need to click it like 1,000 times an hour. I just do it just because it makes me feel better, like I'm actually doing work. And as you notice, the grindstone will take this input block, put it into this middle box, and then here's your output, which is pulverized iron. And pulverized iron is very useful, like most of the other pulverized ores. Like I'll eventually go through and pulverize all of these ores somehow. And the reason it's important is because each pulverized iron piece, or iron pile, is worth 1 ingot. So you're basically doubling your ingots with a grindstone. So it's very efficient, and you should very quickly make a grindstone as well as an iron furnace, and possibly even a generator. Now, one of the other things I was going to make, and I had the materials for it in my inventory, was a macerator. I think it was a macerator, right? No, it wasn't a macerator. That's a different one. I had a pulverizer, which basically does the same thing as the grindstone, except it takes in MJs, powers it, and here you can see it's a little more complex because you have various other pieces to make. You have to make a machine frame, which is 4 pieces of glass, 4 iron ingots, and a gold ingot in the middle. And you have to make a redstone reception coil, which is just 2 redstone with a gold ingot in the middle. And then you need copper and flint and regular piston. So a little harder to make, and plus it requires the generator or some other source of power to actually work. Now, there's also, you probably saw this when we talked about the generator, refined iron. So refined iron is really, it's refined uranium, but refined iron is just, you'll see, they'll say, oh, shaped crafting and whatnot. Yeah, smelting, all you have to do is take an iron ingot, put something in here that can burn, and you get refined iron. So if I take, if I were to take iron, let's say copper is iron, put it in here, and I have a little bit of coal down here, it would pop out refined iron, and that goes into more advanced machinery. So you need to learn how to do that really quickly. So let's make some of that. Let's make some of that stuff we'll need for the pulverizer. I don't think we have the flint we need for it, but we can at least get everything else set up here. So for that, cool gravel ore. Actually, that's what I'll do. So I'll show you too with this. So I gotta grindstone this out. So that's the other thing. You can't, when something goes up, and I broke my. Gotta be careful of that. But I broke my wooden crank. You have to be really careful because when this stops, and it'll stop as soon as this middle block is clear, you can actually break the crank very easily if you are not paying attention. And I've done it multiple times already, actually. So I am no different than. Oh, I forgot to put the crank on top. There we go. But there we go. Crank is working, and you'll notice this block will come in, and then it will produce the ore. And as long as there is, whatever's in the middle here, like that, see, it just popped into pulverized gold. But whatever's in the middle, you can't remove it from the item, the grindstone. You must finish the pulverizing process. There we go. So we have 4 gold. And you know what? Well, just to make this easier on me, I'm going to take 3 more gold from here, and I will grind them down into pulverized gold. So that way we can show you how the whole thing works with the iron furnaces, and that it is about 20% more efficient, meaning you can smelt more with less. And it's very, very easy to build, so I would highly suggest, right off the bat, as soon as you can get an iron furnace, just start building iron furnaces instead of building regular furnaces. So here's 10 of the pulverized gold. We'll put 1 coal in there, and you'll notice here that even though I've got 10 in here, the just that 1 coal will smelt all these. So I've got my gold ingot. Let's go ahead and assemble. Oh, I need some iron. Thank you. Let's go ahead and assemble our machine block. Is that right? Or is it? I think it might be. I do this a lot. I'll just. There we go. Machine frame. Excuse me. Machine frame. Machine block is the one that uses the refined iron. So machine frame, we have that complete. And I will take that gold. And you notice it's not even it's just getting halfway down here, and we've gotten 6 out already. So a little bit different. Now the problem is I don't have any redstone, I believe, so we have to find some redstone somewhere. I'm gonna have to go hunting for that. Oh, my hay's on. Cool. But eventually we'll be able to get redstone and we'll be able to build our pulverizer. We have our machine frame already for that, so that's one thing taken care of. Oh, ash is on too. Cool. Yay. So put the copper ingot here. I only need 2 of them. But nope. Hop into bed real quick. Guys. Come on, Tib. Go to sleep. Go to sleep, Tib. There we go. Yay! Okay, so over here is my Thaumcraft stuff. This is the basic Thaumcraft stuff that you'll need to build. So, you probably saw this little buddy right here. This is the Thaumonomicon, and this will be your friend. Oh, Ash was just logging off, so she could go to bed. So we could reset today. But this is your Thaumonomicon. This is the book that you will get with Thaumcraft. And to make one, all you need is to make a Wand of the Apprentice and have a bookshelf ready, regular bookshelf, and you just tap the bookshelf and this guy pops out. So, probably wondering, how do I make a Wand of the Apprentice? Well, it's pretty simple. All you need for that is a gold nugget, stick, and air shard. And you can make gold nuggets with a basic transmutation from the crucible, in case you ever run out of them, but you probably won't because you'll find gold that you can obviously pulverize down, and you can just turn gold ingot into gold nuggets. Real easy. So these guys right here are shards, and there's 4 different types of shards. There's 5 different types of shards, excuse me. There's one of each of the basic elements, so air, earth, fire, and water, and there's also a Viz shard, which is purple. Each of these shards is useful in Thaumcraft for various essences. They're useful in various constructions that you'll learn from the Thaumonomicon in your research, and they just look pretty. I like them. I usually dig them up whenever I see them. Now, this guy right here, actually let's start with this guy right here. This is your basic arcane crafting table, which is the same as this one, except it's magic induced, infused, or induced, or whatever. But here's my Wand of the Apprentice, and I can do magic with it. So I'll eventually show that off. But to make your own one of these, all you do is take your regular crafting bench and work, dang you. That's right, you tap it, right? Oh no, you need a table to do that. So a table is just 2 birchwood planks, or 2 oakwood planks, or 2 spruce wood planks, or 2 whatever planks, and then 3 slabs across the top, and you get one of these babies, which is just the table, and they look really cool. Plus they get used in arcane work table, which all you have to do is just basically, let's just say this is a table, you would just tap it and it would turn into that, and your wand just sits in here nice and simple. And this is basically useful for anything you have to make that has a Vis requirement, and is not something you would do with the Crucible. Let's take a look at this, oh yeah, I should probably introduce this first, but this is the research table, and the way you make it is you need to have 2 tables standing side by side here, and then you have to make some scribing tools, which are just a glass bottle, feather, and ink sac, and you make scribing tools. So it's basically the same thing as you would use for a book and quill, except replace the book with a glass bottle. So, what does that say? First is to be carried in person along with paper in hopes of making discoveries in the field when experimenting with the crucible. The second is to craft a research table. And these are going to be much more important in Thaumcraft 4. These are going to be very important. You're going to want to keep one of these on you at all times. So, that's just a different way to make it. You can also make it with a glass vial. But glass bottle is a lot easier because a glass vial requires clay as well as your glass, and the glass bottle just requires regular glass. So I would suggest using the glass bottle. It's a little more research efficient. And research table is what you have here. So yeah, see, you need scribing tools and table. You just pop down there, magically you go. And for that, you get this interface by clicking on it. Now, this is probably going to be confusing to you if you've never done Thaumcraft before, or you're not too into it. Okay, so I'm actually going to show you how to do it. If I have paper. I don't have paper. Let's see if I can go find some cane steel. But basically, for that, that's actually one of the things that's going to completely change in Thaumcraft 4. Based on what I've seen, is that you'll no longer be doing copious amounts of research at the research table. You'll be using a lot of the thermometer to do your research. I haven't found much sugarcane around here. If we go back to, we probably should go back to where I was, because I have a huge sugarcane plantation back in the, it's not really spawn area. There's some right there, but we'll go back and get some. I know I have some. I haven't moved all my stuff to my house yet. I left some stuff behind at the base that Hey, Aaron, and I set up on the first night. And it's way back in spawn. And plus, this will give us a chance to kind of wander through some of the biomes, take a look at them. So, I think I have a research table back there, anyways. I also have Mistcraft stuff that's back there, but we're not going to get into Mistcraft quite yet. Got a few things I want to get started on first, and I really have to do some of the starter stuff. Now we're in a deciduous forest, which is awesome, but we do have to be careful because there is a poison ivy plant in deciduous forests, and if you run into the poison ivy plant, you could get actually poisoned by it. It's a small temporary poison effect, but it's still kind of a bummer. I think we're coming up on the edge here where we regenerate. That's one of it, isn't it? I think that's one of it. Let's do that. Found good ore. Yep, found good ore. There's some coal. Mine now. Haha. Okay, so this is chapel, which is kind of a grasslands kind of biome with some small scrubby trees. And this is a cave system I haven't explored yet. So that's the more. This is a new biome. I haven't seen this one yet. That's a village that I found, and I'm trying to make sure that I'm not here a lot, so that I'm trying to make sure I'm here a lot so that it doesn't load in, and zombies won't come and get all my villagers in the night before I've had time to safely put them away somewhere. Because they seem to keep getting out. I don't know how they keep getting out, but they seem to keep getting out. Now here's the iron gravel in its natural form. I think there's some copper gravel here as well. This is a little bit unnatural because it's not quite. Yeah, it drops just as regular gravel too, so you have to be careful about that. but it behaves like the ore blocks, other than actually being gravel. Oh, it's tin, okay. It's tin gravel. But, okay, so this is, if you're wondering where we generated the new chunks in at, this is your answer. It's like a giant wall. I actually had to dig stairs up it to safely get to where I am now in my cherry blossom grove. But coming through the forest here. Now these guys right here, I forget what they're called. They're a type of flower actually, and if you hit them, you get some place powders. But I never hit them because I think they look really pretty, and I hate that people basically go through and harvest all of them, just because it's really cool to be walking through the desert and see these little flowers in the middle of the desert, and it's just, you know, it's just a nice change of scenery from all the cacti. Through the desert, and back in the plains. I'm pretty sure that, unfortunately, I'm pretty sure I lost all my map coordinates. I might need to change my map coordinates. I might not have lost them all, but they might be tied to the old server because I just changed the IP recently. And here's something cool. Look what this little guy's got in his head, right? I'm sorry to have to do this, but I need to show you something cool. This is my favorite mod in both Ultra Hard Survival and look at that up there. See, it says Hat Unlocked Fez. Which one is it? There's a hat mod. I have a couple hats already. I have a computer. Fez. I like the Fez. Cage hat and Pahi hat, which is Pahimar's skin as he's got this in his hair. And then these are all, I think these ones with the C's are all people who donated at some point. So you can also remove your hat if you don't want a hat. And it's getting really dark out, so I should probably eat up and keep wandering this way, because I know if I just keep going north, I'll eventually run into either Cecil's place or the desert that our spawn buildings was originally in. Yeah, it gets really dark here, especially when it's raining like this. So I'm pretty sure if I just keep kind of following the river. Alright, well, I'm gonna have to log out real quick, so I'll be right back. And we're back. It's daytime here on the Madhouse FTB server. Finally. So, they've kind of run through a few things already that are basics, but I'll show you some more as far as Thaumcraft goes. Oh my god, who's flying? Is that Cecil or someone else? But someone was flying up there. I think somebody's got a jetpack already. Yeah, it was Cecil. That's because that's his giant machinery build in the sky. Another Fez. Really? Oh, Saturday's Fez. Okay, cool. Yeah, there's I think there's 127 hats in the game, and I do intend to collect a whole bunch of them. Now, here is a quarry. I believe Cecil has dug that out. I'm running along the edge of it like an idiot. I shouldn't do that. I'm gonna fall in. So yeah, this is kind of Cecil's place. He's still building this stuff. It's taking forever. And Tib is over there. I don't know if he'll pop in on the edge here, but I know he's like right over there on the edge of the forest. See if he loads in. Yeah, I can see a portal over there. I think that's his. His place is kind of over there. Or at least last time I checked it was. It might not be there anymore. But, excuse me, Cecil. Now, he's got a portal at my place that goes up to his machinery in case I need to use it at the beginning. I haven't really used it too much because I kind of derp through it. and I haven't built the portal gun yet, so I have to do that. But yeah, like I said, I got a lot of stuff to do. But this over here, this is where we started at, and this is where Aaron and Mahayu and I were all set. And here's all my reads. So we've all kind of moved out a little bit from here to our own separate little places, but it's still nice to have this around because we can always come back here real easily and get stuff that we have left in storage. So this is kind of my corner over here. I'll show you real quick. Come on in. Now here's some of the Mistcraft stuff, just to kind of whet your appetite. Look at all these shiny things. We get to see those later. This is the chunk loader, and this makes it so that this chunk is always loaded. Oh, hey, it's Mahayu. Hey, Mahayu. This is my cauldron. So, real quick, crucible, excuse me. Use the cauldron to make it. You just make a regular cauldron, and you tap it with your wand, and poof, turns into a crucible. Now, the difference is with a crucible, it needs to have some kind of heat source underneath it. Either flame, lava, or Nitor will work. I would generally say once you can get Nitor, like I have, once you have Nitor studied, it doesn't seem to produce much heat, but could prove to be a steady source of light and energy. Nitor is usually enough, I think, to make this work. So it's also a lot easier because it won't catch on fire. Oh, there's Cecil with his Nyan Cat hat. Nice. He's got his power armor on too. He's been really working a lot on this. So I have some more of his shards here I'll pick up and take back some more gold, aluminum. So this is all stuff that I'll bring back to my base. And the knowledge fragments, which are I have enough for I should actually craft that. Do I need to knowledge fragments? Do I need to craft that in an arcane workbench? Just a regular workbench. Okay. So we'll go ahead and do that. For the longest time, I didn't know what these things did. So I get unknown theory, and I can take this back to my workbench, but I can take it over here actually. And someone's already been researching stuff. They got some paper here. So basically, how this works is you just put some paper down here, as much paper as you want, up to a stack. And you have two different ways of researching: cursory and thorough. I almost always suggest thorough because that way it's better for your use of resources. And then if you just want to research magic tallow, obviously you have to figure out the different elements that go into it. So this is corpus. I know the other one is I actually don't know the other one. I think maybe flame, but I'm not certain on that. I haven't been to Nether. I have to check that stuff out. Let me check fire shard. Is this right? It should either way. Fire shard should give us. Yep. Ignis. Okay. So you would just do that, and then it turns into a little diploma scroll. So you get discovery, magic tallow, and for that, I will actually put that in this chest here because that's not mine to read. But all you would do is you would just take it, put it in your hand like this, and then you would look down at it and look back up and right click off it, and boom, your research. So actually what we'll do is we'll research something. So I have researched so far. I researched Nitor and Elementum. Let's do basic transmutation, which requires some gold. So as you can see, placing these into the top slot here, and here are the different aspects that you can get from researching a gold ingot, for example. So you get metallum, which is metal, mine, and ore, and charis, expensive, precious, and valuable. And there's other things besides gold that give you charis. I think one of them actually is smooth. It's like the chiseled sandstone. I think it actually gives you charis, which is interesting. Oh, and see, you get Karis, which is 37% complete. And the more research that you do, the closer you get to finishing it. So, for example, I can put iron in here, and I'll just allow me to finish that. Permutatio is the final one, and sometimes it uses up the item you put in there, and sometimes, like that time, it didn't. So permutatio seeds will work for that. Oh. So I put some seeds in here. So you get herba, herb, plant, grass, and permutatio, exchange, change, and barter. Seeds are usually the easiest way to get that. I think they give the least amount. So I've got 75% complete on the Karis and 80% complete on the permutatio. So I'm gonna see if I can find. Do I have any eggs? I think eggs do that too. Eggs will also give you. Does anybody have any eggs I can borrow? I could use some eggs, or I can use some gold. Either of those would be good right now. I'll borrow some more seeds actually. So, and we got gold I can borrow. I probably just need like one more gold ingot to do this. Otherwise, I'm gonna have to go all the way home to actually finish this one up, which kind of sucks, but what are you gonna do? So yeah, you see it's 93% complete, and you can tell you'll tell when it's complete because you get the see the wavy lines here. They'll get like really wavy around whatever the aspect is, so you can tell that these two are done and this one is not. But basic transmutation, 93% complete. I'll take that with me. This one, obviously, either of those is the aspect that I'm looking for. But see, you can see, take a look at it. It'll give you kind of a rundown of what your research is at so far on the whatever you're trying to look at. And hopefully I can find some gold or something. That'd be really useful. Nobody's got a gold in I can borrow. Because I know I have some back in my base, but I can't. I just don't want to go all the way back there to do that right now. If I can avoid it. I guess gold's a rare commodity. Bugger. This stuff is like scattered around. I've got scattered into too many chests. Yeah, I got my stuff's way too cluttered. I can't grab that, but we'll have to hold off on that. But I'll show you real quick how that works. So I'm gonna head back to my base. Now I've got a full stack of stuff, and these mysterious research notes. I don't even know what these are for, but we'll figure it out. I'll be right back. Oh, alright. If you're wondering what the poison ivy looked like, you can see that chicken over there standing in the poison ivy. He's got a poison effect on him. Yeah, so it's this leafy stuff right here. It's the poison ivy. You want to avoid that at all costs, because then you end up like that chicken. That's no good. So, by the way, we are almost actually back home, so this is a good place to actually pick the recording back up. And we're just running through the fungi forest here. So it's kind of like a mushroom biome, except foresty instead of being completely devoid of everything else except giant mushrooms. So, just over this hill, and we've still got everything on us. We did pick up a few extra things on our journey back. We got some mushrooms here too. I'm certainly gonna wanna pen those mushrooms up at some point and start using them to my advantage to make a lot of soup. That would be very helpful for me, I think. A lot easier than having to kill them. Or maybe I could breed them, you know. Either option. Depends on how devious I feel. So there's a house. And we're going to come up here and finish up the basic transmutation research. And I'll show you how if that works real quick, since we're just doing kind of a basic walkthrough of some of the basics. Basic walkthrough of the basics. Okay, so here when you have research that you want to pick up again, all you have to do is take the research notes and put them in this box right here, and everything will be back to normal. And plus this gives you a little bit of this is a little bit of a description, and also gives you a little bit of a tip on what you might need to research. And then all you have to do is go through and hit the magnifying glass, and there you go. So we've got our little scroll. It says Discovery, Basic Transmutation. And like I said before, all you have to do is go ahead, look down, and you notice I do have Steve arms. That's just the way the mod works. And then right click off it, and you get Research Completed, Basic Transmutation. Research Completed, Basic Alchemy. And now you have some more paths opened up here. So we have the path to Thaumium is now open, and that will be something we can research very soon. It's raining, so I thought I might try my luck again at... Oh, I guess it stopped raining. I thought I might try my luck again. I'll just make some paper here and stick it in the bottom to see what this might be. So we'll throw a few things in the... I also got Ender Pearl out of that, so that was cool. So as you can see, you can actually stack multiple things in here and get different aspects. But only up to 5 different aspects are available. And each of these is kind of it gives you an idea of how much of that aspect you're researching. So none of those worked. That's not good. Try that again. Some of these, like the fire shard, are very useful for research. So nothing out of that family worked. Pulverize. Actually, that works. I didn't realize that. You could do Metallum and Fractus with it. So the gravel, I wanted to keep the gravel because it's very handy and helpful to have. So I'll put all this stuff away. Do I have cobble? I should have cobble somewhere, right? Yeah. So the easiest way to kind of figure these things out is to go through, and some of these basic blocks like cobblestone have, have multiple things like Sexum and Fractus. And neither of those worked. So we might have a mystery on our hands here. We might have, what's wool? Wool. Bestia, Beast, and Penis. Cloth, fabric, garment, thread. That makes sense. Oh! That hit on something. I need to go find some sheep. I think I need to go find some sheep. I think I need to get some shears. Do I have some shears? I have some shears somewhere, don't I? Correct. No, I don't. I need to make some shears. And I need to go find some sheep. Like right now. I know there's some around here. There's gotta be some around here. I mean, sheep are like everywhere. This is a forest. There's gotta be sheep in the forest somewhere. These little buggers will live anywhere. Chickens. Sheep. Okay, cool. Oh. Uh-oh. Quicksand. Okay. Whew. Okay. So yeah, quicksand's in this game as well. It kind of blends in a little bit, but you have to just be careful not to run into it. You can tell it's a little bit darker. Oh, that sheep's got a crown on its head. I want that hat. I'm sorry. Yes, I had to have that hat. I just had to. It's a crown. I like it. It's fitting. So this is the I always forget how to pronounce it. Is it steppe? Yeah, it's steppe, isn't it? The steppe biome. There should be sheep in the steppe biome. It's also quicksand, so we have to be careful of that when we're jumping around here. Gotta find some wool though. Really need to find some wool. It's really important. This is Outback. Quirky, mate. Now that's a knife. Walkabout, didgeridoo, Vegemite. Good day. Berg's gonna kill me. He's not even watching this, but he's gonna kill me anyways. He just knows that I'm doing everything stereotypically Australian. Okay, this is I guess this is a river of some sort. It's just not loading. Yeah, it's just being a bugger. Sometimes the worlds don't load in perfectly well. So, okay, just a regular. So this is just extreme hills then. Oh. Oh, I can't run. That's why. I'm smart. I'm smart. Okay, so this is just chaparral again? Yeah, chaparral again. I gotta find some more sheep. I gotta get that wool block actually hit on something, so where are the sheep? Where are the sheep? What did I pick up? Oh, I picked up seeds. Seeds are useful, as I mentioned before. There's some native copper sticking out of the ground there. That's what it looks like, the ore. In case you've never seen it before, it's kind of got a copper tone to it. You know, just so you know absolutely surely that this must be copper. The tin, maybe the tin is like that because it's supposed to be like bauxite, and you have to refine it. Could be. I just called it tin ore because it made it easier for people to understand what the heck it was. Yeah, there's a lot of those ores, and this is back to Outback? It's back to Outback, huh? Huh. Well, you know what? I've got these 2 wool. That should be enough for a little bit of, excuse me there, quicksand. A little bit of research to figure out what direction we need to head into for our great big mystery thing that we got from those fragments. And that's what the fragments do, by the way. They'll give you that mystery research, and they won't tell you exactly what it is. So you have to kind of figure out what aspects that you need. And sometimes it's a basic thing that you can find, and it just gives you it in advance. But sometimes it's something that you can't. Oh, into the quicksand. And I'm out. Good. But sometimes it's something that you can't actually research normally, I think. I think sometimes it's like a special item. Chickens. This is a silverwood tree. This is an important part of Thaumcraft. They deal with nodes and stuff. We'll get more into that later. But good rule of thumb is never to chop one of those bad boys down. At least as far as my experience has been, if you chop them down, that causes all kinds of problems. So, our research, our unknown theory is here. What is it? Oh, it's got to be the. It's got to be the. Maybe it's well, we tried, but we don't know what this is yet. We'll have to come back and try a few more things and figure out what this might be. So that's all for me today. So thanks for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed it. And if you liked it, feel free to leave a like in the comments. I hope to do more of these in the future. Maybe some of them will be a little more Let's Play based, and some will be a little more kind of tutorial based. I'm still figuring out exactly how I want to set this series up. I was thinking it was going to be like a 60-40 tutorial Let's Play split, but maybe it'll be closer to 50-50. I don't know. We'll see. Just go ahead and let me know in the comments if you guys have a preference one way or the other on how I handle this. But I'm pretty excited to be doing FTB stuff. So, as always, thanks for watching, guys. Good luck, good mining, have fun, and I'll see you guys in the next video.